All opinions, beliefs, and viewpoints expressed through this podcast are solely the author's own perspective and do not necessarily represent the views or opinions of VTS, the Unlearn Collective, or any other entity that VTS is associated with. Any content provided by authors on this podcast, including our guests, are their own opinion and are in no way intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything. VTS's podcast is not to be viewed as a news source. While we consistently discuss current events and cite sources that are both conventional and unconventional media, once again the views and perspectives addressed are the opinions of the author. While we continuously strive for accuracy and a depth of knowledge, we can and will be incorrect at times, as any transparent individual or organization will have to admit to.
Coming at you.
Yeah, that's good. Coming at you.
I mean, we'll put on the skull cap. Skull cap episode. A cap on.
So I would say for my own mindset, one of my aversions to weapons is that most of what I understand about weapons are people making decisions out of fear, right? Fear or principle, right? Mm-hmm. This person needs to respect me. I'm going to use this tool to assist in gaining a certain amount of respect,
right.
Or I'm afraid, and so I need this weapon or this thing to help to ease this fear,
right?
Or societal pressure, right, from the community. But I really like when we talk about the shift of a mindset, right? To go from a place where I need a gun because I'm afraid something bad will happen, versus I want or need a weapon because I want to make sure that me and my family are prepared for whatever circumstance. Those are very different emotional spaces.
Right.
Yeah. Those are very different. You know what I mean? And so I could rock with the idea of being prepared, but anything that looked like, smelled like, making a decision out of fear, my habits have kind of taught me that those things don't serve me. I'm not in a powerful place when I'm making a decision out of panic. I'm not in a powerful place when I'm making a decision out of fear. Right? But being prepared is something that I do in advance of the fear, right? And that's a more powerful place to be in my opinion.
Right. That's good, bro.
And y'all thought that I was playing when I gave the introduction at the beginning, right? You know?
That's a gem.
Yes, that's a gem drop. I resonate with well, first let's talk about the two sides of that fence that you were speaking of, with the fear and then the preparedness, man. Let me ask you a question. From your experience and in the audiences in which you rock, and even in your professional career, I know, with the type of people, the vast spectrum. What is the overarching theme as far as their mindset with firearms?
The people that I've worked with?
Yeah, the people you encounter. And I'm not going to say people that I would in the tribe.
Right. I would say it runs the gamut, right? There are people who, live in, die for a gun or the Second Amendment, right? And there are people who have an extreme aversion to those things. How that affects how those individuals make decisions, I don't know that we have the types of conversations that allow that type of thing to come to light. But me and my own awareness, I can see in some ways my relationship with guns, it even affects how I practice law, right? One of the main attitudes that I've had moving forward in my practice of law is that as a person, if you are moving forward in life, you have an attorney who will move forward with you. If you are moving backwards, right, or you are associated with others who are moving backwards, you're going to do that by yourself or with somebody else who will take your money. But my firm is about moving people forward in life. So in the area of family law, we help reasonable people redefine family. You're using the law system to punish or to get back, you got to call somebody, right? If you're looking to buy your first home, call your boy. We can rock with you. do some investment properties and further the legacy of your family or your finances, we'll rock with you, right? But if your homeboy had a gun in the car and you was there and it wasn't yours, I'm sorry, I'm not the firm for that space, right? Because in my mind, I see your association as something that's making it difficult for you to move forward, right? And that's your choice that you made, right? But that ties again into my idea of how do we, as Black people, get caught up in the criminal justice system, and what is it that I feel like I can contribute to that's positive? And it's like, well, I could put that positivity to get you out of a hole, or you could just not be in the hole in the first place, and we can just move forward. I'm in a space in my life where I'm not necessarily in the hole, and I'm moving forward. So I try to represent individuals who are similarly. I'm trying to talk to my people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, how do you gonna ask that one?
Go ask it. So, no, rewind it.
In because you and I have talked about, feeling good about business and how we operate, right?
Yes, correct.
Why do you feel that there is a space for that percent that we would call untouchable? Is there a space for them to still have the same grace to grow?
Well, I want to say that everybody is entitled to grace, right? And I believe that individuals, for whatever reason, the other situations they get in, I try to look at that in a space where people are just doing the best they can with what they have.
Okay.
Right? They have my grace. They do not have my active participation. Right? So will there be people out there that goes out and I'll give them a referral to somebody who can help them? Absolutely. Right? Definitely hook them up with somebody who I know not only has the passion that I have, but about that particular space.
Yeah.
Right? So the one thing I know about my passion is that it's not infinite. Right? I have this space. This is my space. This is what I love to do. We in this space. Now I'm helping you, but I'm having fun while I'm doing it. And I'm learning something new. Right? Or I'm refining something of my particular craft in this particular area. I would rather send someone like that to somebody who's doing that same thing in that area of law than to incorporate that into what it is that I'm doing. Right? In my life, I love the idea of being Renaissance, right? And dancing and singing and poetry and art and stretching and all that stuff. But in my business, at least in the practice of law, right, I'm doing the exact opposite. I'm trying to get as tight of a niche as I possibly can and master everything about this particular space, right? And if I can do that, then I have my people in that lane. I can systematize that lane. I can help to really develop a business in that space versus just having 15 jobs, like most small business owners and sole proprietors typically have, right? I do that by knowing this space inside and out, so that I have the knowledge and the tools to build systems around it. I don't personally believe I could do that in every single area of law. That's why I feel like I got to carve out.
And that is Antonio Martin of the Martin Law Group, located in Orlando, Florida. Yes.
Check them out.
Yeah. Side note, how do the people contact you? How do they reach out to you, or how do they find more info on you?
One, you can search Martin Law Group, Florida, right? Martin Law Group is based in Florida. We don't have any offices anywhere else at the current moment. Or you can just simply go to our website at www.callmartinlawgroup.com. You can find us on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter, as you see fit.
We're probably going to visit that a couple more times just because, this man is dropping gems today. Yeah, man. Oh, could you answer the question that you asked them about the change, the shift from your mindset from you not messing with them at all to even saying, oh, maybe I'll get educated. When did that happen for you?
So it happened right around, I don't remember if it was Christmas time. It was around the time that we started as a family having more, we were specifically having discussions about arms and weapons, right? that was when the shift came to happen because that was information that was provided to me that was different, more poignant and on topic than, what you see in movies.
Yeah.
And other. My father was in the military as well, but we didn't have specific conversations about guns. Or if we did, it was binary. Should you use them or shouldn't you use them? Just stay away from them, right? And just again, and if I'm getting off topic, just let me know, right?
Ain't no such thing, bro.
But I imagine when it comes to like positive conversation, I don't know that I saw many, if any, positive conversation. Conversation I had with your father was the first, right? And it makes me think of Boys in the Hood, right? Where the Cuba Gooding Jr. and Lawrence Fishburne, like he wants to go out, like and this is the type of conversation. The conversation isn't about the healthy use. The conversation isn't about like proper maintenance or protecting yourself.
Yeah.
It's about you, my son. I need to protect you. The way I protect you, if you don't take your ass out of the house, you know what I'm saying? With that gun, you're gonna have to shoot me. Period. Yes. Yeah. If you want to use it on anybody, use it on me. Like that level of what would I call it?
Intensity?
Hopelessness. For Cuba, on Cuba's side, right? The hopelessness that in my mind, he must feel, right? To feel like this is what I have to do, right? Cuba in the movie ain't excited about doing. He ain't drinking 40. He's like, oh, I can't wait. Like, nah, but this is what's happening. This is what it is, and this is what needs to be done. Like that's the only real conversation I think well, not real, because that's a movie. I didn't even call it
Just
real.
to be clear.
I know the difference, but I don't know that I've seen anything else, anywhere else, where a father was talking to their son about guns.
Yeah.
I can't think of
Well, wonder why that is.
Yeah.
So we do agree that is like that's the general narrative. Like that conversation is built off of that taboo mindset and so forth. Like if you touch this, you're gonna die. You touch, you're gonna kill everybody.
And yourself.
Yeah, and yourself. Even when we spoke to Dante, he said the same. He had a similar story, about his grandmother saying the same thing. Like this can take your life.
Think about what our parents' generation's exposure to weapons probably was, and what their level of education was around it.
Think about our parents. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say why they were probably preaching those messages, where they came from, all that sort of stuff.
Think about our parents' willingness to teach us nuance in any subject.
It's a difficult task, I
It
must
is.
say. Being a parent.
I have empathy. I have empathy, right?
That is a difficult one. It's like that some of the time, but not really all the time. And it's gonna be certain. It's confusing. It's confusing.
Teaching kids nuance is almost it's hard. It's like almost black and white with them. Like you said, it's so incredibly hard to try to, because the context matters. Things like that. But I definitely give, I feel like historical analysis of why our elders did what they did is rooted in so many things. You know what I mean? And the context of what they grew up in, and why they had to, kids are to be seen, not heard. Like, because we can't be repeating stuff to these folks because that's gonna mess up our escape. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so many different reasons that go into that. But it's cool though because we a new generation, so we can because we got new experiences, we can take what the elders, the lessons that they gave us, and we can be like, oh, okay, we see the good in the, the not so stuff that we can leave, and we can just take that. Okay, what him, Queen, and what y'all trying to do, like, hey, let's come up with a family plan. This was going on. Let me explain how this is how we use weapons. This is why it's okay to use them. This is, what I'm saying, maybe when not to use them. You know what I'm saying? Like, having that conversation is good. That's our generation. Pass that on to them. Hopefully they continue that on and stuff like that. I would love to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always want my girls, I want my girls to be knowledgeable in self-defense. You know what I'm saying? Be able to defend your life. It's your life, that's your life. You know what I'm saying? Be able to defend that, no matter what it takes to defend it. You know what I'm saying? And be, but also have those, and also have like a healthy understanding of what protection is, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In all forms. So you got a knife or whatever you got a family. How would you protect your family? All that stuff is important conversations. Just like we used to remember when I was growing up, y'all in the South, so I don't know if y'all did tornado drill. Did y'all have that? Okay, so yeah, tornado.
Yeah, like we don't have tornadoes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know we did. You know what I'm saying? Another tornado. Midwest, right? But so kind of like that though. That preparation. This is earlier point. Like that preparation, man. I'm just thinking about it as we're talking about. Damn, that preparation is key. That's almost like a lifesaver. Like especially if you really practice that thing. Because I know what to do with the damn tornado. To this day, I was 37. I still know exactly what to do in a tornado. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we practice so much. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so.
Well, why do we teach that in the education system, but not anything about firearms? Like, why is it okay to be prepared for natural disasters, but not man disasters?
No. Black folks just have
No. But what she's saying is, like, touche.
Yeah,
touche.
I know shit.
My man over here though, with the reply. Now people gonna rewind just to hear what you say. Oh man.
Go ahead. No, you was on this.
Yeah. Oh man, I lost it. No, it ain't no reason to apologize. Let me ask you this question then, Brother Tony. With the shift in mindset, what do you think is the most important first step for us, as I guess you would effectively call us the ones who is pushing forward this firearm education or this new, right?
Okay.
What is the most important first step in order to present this to the person who is on the other side of that fence?
I think one of the first things that you do is that you lead by example, right? So whatever the principles are that bind and govern your relationship with guns, you live by those. You don't have to do it in a perfect way, but in the way that you do that, before you present the information, I see it from you, right? I recognize the way that you live. I recognize the way that you move with the person who knows you, you know? And so that gives me a space. Should I be curious to ask you, right? And there's that old, I think it's like the Chinese proverb, like when a student is ready to teach your peers, right? I feel like it's on that level, right? When we are presenting it in this space, right, then obviously we put it out there and let the world do what they want to. But in a similar way, the person who's looking for the information has the ability to find it and see the conversation that we get to have, right? But I don't know that it's, in my opinion, I don't know that it's on you to educate the people. I think it's on us as the people to find the information that we need. You just make it readily available. You make it low-hanging fruit, right? But you still got to reach out and plug, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So if I made a decision, you know what, this preparation, you know, it's something that I want to encompass in what I have in my family plan, at my home. Now I have an easy access to people and people who have access to DCS and the information that you guys provide. That just makes that transition that much more convenient, right? I see that.
Yeah. I was like you the same thing, man. I wanted to kind of hear you, like, well, just the idea of
what that first step would be.
like to novice.
Well, I am going to go along with Tony, but I want to take a different driver's seat.
Okay.
I think that the most important first step to even impact the mindset, because I think that there's going to be a long ass unlearn process, because we got to deconstruct a whole bunch of shit about what a good firearm even is. Not just because of what the brand name is. What makes it good? You know what I'm saying? What makes it reliable? Just because your uncle is a police officer and that's what they issued him? Or because that's what your father gave you when you moved into your house and said, this is what you need. So now you think that's a good gun. Right? So I think that there's the most important first step is just the willingness to execute being honest with yourself and a true unlearn. And I mean the full unlearn, delete, destroy of the mindset. All of those critical foundations. And then let's go and then you know, you gotta look at yourself, because you're gonna have to say, well, damn, I was stupid as hell for thinking that. Or maybe that shit was a little bit ill-advised, and you know, people don't really like putting pressure to say that they did something wrong either. That's why people can't, you know, apologize to other people. Right. You know how that kind of, you know, we ain't gonna go down there. This ain't how I feel, you know what I'm saying? But you start, if you're able to say, you know what I'm saying, I can say that I have made some mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And then we start that unlearn process and say that, okay, well, maybe I didn't learn this because this is what was shown to me. Maybe it's more so, this is what I saw this happen, but because I was not in it, this is what my mind made this be. Right. So that ain't even the truth. Right. You know what I mean? So again, there goes a part where, well, you know, maybe you didn't hear it right. Right. Yeah. Maybe you didn't experience it the way you say. And people don't be like, well, no, I ain't wrong. You even tell me I'm wrong. You know? So, you know, we got to have a big ass level of humility, humble nature. And then, you know, then you start matriculating into the whole unlearn, delete, destroy. So that's what I feel as though the first most important step is. And that's something that has to be, like you said, the choice of the person. Before you even pick, you know, reach up to pick that fruit. So I guess this will be like a precursor to your sequence. Because don't even, one thing that you all realize that I don't do is waste time on people in conversation now. You know what I mean? And what's so crazy about it is how people want to talk to us the most about firearms because they know what we do, right? And the thing that makes me upset is the fact that they feel like they have to show me how much they know, right? And it's not about that. Like, this is just what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't, and it almost seems like a credibility reach. Okay. Validation, maybe, or something like that.
I don't imagine that to be any different than like somebody going to Stevie Wonder wanting to sing, right? Or telling them that my grandma on my dad's side, she could really sing. Like, what's he supposed to say to that? What do you say? That's nice. that's it, right? What else do you say? But it's that it's like a way of, in my opinion, like a way of trying to like relate and connect to each other.
All right, so let me say this, and you know, with my former life, what I used to be, you know what I'm saying?
Old mindset.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about like my old professional career.
Okay.
And knowing the learning process of the human type, right? Doing that, when you falsely try to put confidence, subconsciously makes you feel like that shit is real.
Okay.
And over time of doing that, you fortify a falsified fact.
I can see that.
All right.
Okay.
That then leads to you see me the 10th time.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, you motherfucking marksman. Or you done went and bought your first gun, and now you want to tell me all about it.
Yeah.
So I said all that to say, that is a part of that unlearn process that has to happen. You see how I just tied this shit back in? That is one of the main things as a part of the unlearn, because the humility starts there.
I can see that. I can see that.
What do I always say to people when they come at me with some crazy shit? You didn't ask a question. If you have to come to us, or you have to come to a table to establish yourself before any push forward can happen, there's no platform. Your pride and ego has already beat you to the table. Which is, a part of that. The pride and ego got to be a part of the unlearn. So, you come, let's have a conversation, because what I do all the time is I always ask a question.
Right.
I don't even tell people what it's y'all who tell folks what I do. And most of the time it be this brother M over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you weren't even here. Where'd you come from? Yeah, but I know that was a long way to say, but yes, that has to be a part of that unlearn too, because without it, you have this level, this wall up that's not going to be penetrable by me, because I'm on the other side of it. I'm the one you put the wall up in front of, or whoever your instructor, or whoever doing your consult, or whatever that may be. So you got to unlearn. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the first things that we always ask people, and then when they start coming at me with all these questions, well, what is it that made you say that to me?
Yeah.
Like, what was your purpose in sharing that part with me? Because the show as hell didn't ask. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And especially because they want to come at me with what the popular shit is, like ARs. And what you need that for? What the fuck are you going to do with that? Oh, I need it for home defense. You hunting inside the house? We ain't even gonna get into that. But it's things like that, and then these people are taken back when I don't follow the same vernacular, because they want to say what is popular,
right? And
that's a part of the conversation. Oh yeah, AR, blah blah, and I'm like, I don't that's what AR like. What, you don't know? So now you're gonna say something back to the man who has the company who talks about guns?
Yeah.
You're gonna say I'm wrong? Like, okay, appreciate it.
Yeah.
How is that person gonna change? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta unlearn that before we impact to answer your question, bro. Unlearn, delete, destroy the mindset of the old, and then have a willingness to be vulnerable.
That's good.
We learned that
It's
from
another way, people. It's another way. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, man. I don't know what else to put to this man, but I think that this brother Tony did.
Yeah. Thank you for coming. Joining us today. Mic drops.
Mic drops, for sure.
Yeah.
We could have just let you rap. I could have just shut
Yeah, we can
shut
say
up.
it.
I should have just let you speak. I just
We could let you have a whole episode with one chair in the middle.
I feel like I feel like this is something that Eddie Murphy would do, right?
Yeah, right. That's what But one more time, Antonio Martin of the Martin Law Group, I want to give you an opportunity to tell the people one last time how to get in touch with you.
You can reach us on our website, www.callmartinlawgroup.com, or you can find us Martin Law Group on Facebook or on LinkedIn or on Twitter.
And then you said even in the Google search, Martin Law Group Florida.
Yes.
All right. today's episode is brought to you by the letter P. I don't know. But we appreciate your time once again. All of the VTS community, on behalf of the VTS organization, I am M. This is Queen. This is D. We got Brother Tony as our special guest. See you next time.
Peace.
Yeah.
Weapons deactivated.